Hello students and a warm welcome. Hope you all are doing fine. Myself Dr. Tripti Malikahuja. In this video you will get the solved question paper of the MSc Epidemiology and Public Health course. It was conducted by Central University Entrance Test in the year 2019. It is important for the students who are preparing for the entrance exam of MSc Epidemiology, Public Health, Community Health and Microbiology. So now let's get started. Before we start, if you are new to the channel, then do subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of all the new videos. In the playlist, you will find that there are number of videos which are based upon multiple choice questions, MCQs, which will help you in the preparation of different entrance examination. The part B, question 26. BCG vaccine is commonly given to infants to immunize them against which particular diseases? Hope you remember the BCG vaccine. It is given to the infants right after the birth. The options here are A. Dengue, B. Polio, C. Fever, D. Tuberculosis. And the correct option is D. Tuberculosis. Question 27. Patients with fever are usually prescribed by A. Anticoagulants, B. Antidepressants, C. Antipyretics, D. Antihypertensives. The correct option is the antipyretics. The example of antipyretic is paracetamol, which is used to bring down the fever. Question 28. The Nair community in Kerala, the Khasi community in Meghalaya have a common feature that they are A. Both follow matrilineal system of descent, B. Both follow unilateral system of descent, C. Both follow bilinear system of descent, D. Both follow patrilocal system of descent. This is the question of a general knowledge and the correct answer is the option A. Both follow matrilineal system of consent. In this system, an individual is considered to belong to same descent group as their mother. Question 29. Identify the correct pair, organization and its area of work from the following. A. UGC Ocean Studies, B. UNICEF Child Welfare, DRDO Higher Education, WHO Investments in Developed Countries. So this is another simple question. I hope you have guessed the correct answer and the correct answer is B. UNICEF Child Welfare. Question 30. Which of the following country is not a permanent member of UNSC? UNSC, United Nations Security Council. Option A. Russia, B. China, C. Italy, D. France. The correct one is C. Italy. Question 31. The World Health Day is celebrated on April 7, May 24, October 2, December 1. The correct is option A, April 7. Question 32. The ozone layer is found in A. Thermosphere, B. Exosphere, C. Stratosphere, D. Earth crust. The correct answer, I hope you have guessed it. Yes, it is the option C, stratosphere. Stratosphere is 20 to 25 kilometers above the sea level. Question 35. Vishakha judgments, the question 33. Which is a regenerative organ in human body? A. Pancreas, B. Heart, C. Liver, D. Lungs. Another easy question. And I know you have guessed it correctly. The correct option is C. Liver. Question 34. Voices Against 377 is a movement that addresses the issues around A. Sati, B. Acid attack victims, C. Homosexuality, D. Dowry. The correct one is C. Homosexuality. 35. Vishakha judgments is a set of guidelines to deal with the cases of A. Domestic violence, B. Transgender issues, C. Child labor, D. Sexual harassment at workplace. And the correct one is the option D, which is sexual harassment at workplace. Question 36. Operation Flood, launched in 1970, was related to A. Energy production, B. Wheat production, C. Dairy production, D. Rice production. The correct one is the option C, which is the dairy production. It is also called the White Revolution. Question 37. National Family Health Survey is done every 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. The correct one is the option C, which is 5 years. The option C, 5 years. Moving to the next question, number 38. Gastric juice is produced by A. Liver, B. Pancreas, C. Intestine, D. Stomach. The correct one is the option D, which is the stomach. Question 39. The type of hepatitis caused by blood transfusion is hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis non-A, non-B, hepatitis D. The correct option is here B, which is hepatitis B. Question 40. Infant mortality rate is expressed in terms of A. Rate per 100 live births, rate per 1000 live births, rate per 100 infant deaths, D. Rate per 1000 infant deaths. The correct one is the option B, rate per 1000 live births. Question 41. Deficiency of dash vitamin causes osteoporosis. Another easy question. The options are A, B, C and D. The correct one, I hope you have guessed it correctly, and it is the vitamin D. Question 42. HIV or AIDS does not spread through A. blood, B. body fluids, C. breastfeeding, D. air. The correct one is the option D, which is the air. Question 43. How can dengue virus be controlled? A. Mosquito control, B. Control of bacteria, C. Vaccination of domestic animals, D. Vaccination of infants. The correct one is the A. Mosquito control, as it spreads due to mosquitoes. Question 44. Which is the only state in India that has a sex ratio favorable to women, that is for 1000 males there are more than 1000 females? Options are Kerala, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana. The correct one is the option A, which is Kerala. Question number 45. According to 2011 census, the second most populous state in India is Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha. So the correct one is the option C, which is Uttar Pradesh. Question number 46. Who is authorized to impose reasonable restrictions on the fundamental rights of the citizens? A. Supreme Court, B. Prime Minister, C. Parliament, D. President of India. The correct option is the option C, Parliament. Question 47. Which of the following company was responsible for the Bhopal gas tragedy? A. General Motors, B. Tata Group of Industries, C. Union Carbide, D. Reliance Industry. Hope you remember the tragedy of the Bhopal gas. The correct one is the C, Union Carbide. Question 48. Endosulfan is an antidepressant, a diuretic, an antibiotic, a pesticide. The correct option is D. It is an pesticide. Question 49. A very simple easy question. Anemia is caused by the lack of A. Calcium, B. Magnesium, C. Iron, D. Potassium. The correct one is the C. Iron. Question 50. Tuberculosis is an example of A. Communicable disease, B. Non-communicable disease, C. Lifestyle disease, D. Neglected disease. So the correct one is the A. Communicable disease. It spreads because of the aerosols, because of the inhalation of the small droplets which contain the bacteria, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Question number 51. Which of the following test is used to identify ketone bodies? A. Benedict test, B. Ehrlich test, C. Hayes test, D. Rothera test. The correct one is the option D. Rothera test. Question 52. Oriental sore, Delhi boil is caused by A. Leishmania, B. Microspora, C. Anopheles, D. All the above. The correct option is A. Leishmania. 53. pH of human blood is 7.4, 9.2, 8.3, D. None of the above. The correct answer is the option A. 7.4, around neutral. Question 54. Match the following. On the left side, the options A, B, C, D are given. On the right side, the option 1, 2, 3, 4 are given. These A, B, C, D have to be matched with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am reading first of all the left side: vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin C, vitamin D. On the right side, number 1, anti-scorbutic factor, number 2, night blindness, number 3, osteomalacia, number 4, polio encephalomalacia. So vitamin A causes the night blindness. If there is deficiency of vitamin A, then there is night blindness. If there is deficiency of vitamin B1, then there is polio encephalomalacia. If there is vitamin C, it is also called the anti-scorbutic factor. And the deficiency of the vitamin D, it causes the osteomalacia. So upon matching, the answer is coming out to be the option A, in which the A matches with 2, B matches with 4, C matches with 1 and D matches with 3. Question 53. World Environment Day is celebrated on July 5, July 6, June 5, June 6. So the question is simple, but the options, they are obviously confusing. The correct one is the C option, which is the 5th June. Question 56. Which of the following is our neurotransmitter? A. Epinephrine, B. Acetylcholine, C. Dopamine, D. All of the above. The correct option is the D. All of the above. Question 57. Which of the following is a peptide hormone? A. Epinephrine, B. Acetylcholine, C. Dopamine, D. Oxytocin. The correct one is the D, which is the oxytocin. 58. Alpha cells of pancreas secretes A. Insulin, B. Acetylcholine, C. Glucagon, D. Oxytocin. The correct one is the option number C, which is the glucagon. 59. Metastasis is associated with A. benign, B. malignant, C. both A and B, D. inflammation. The correct option is the option B, malignant tumor. Question number 60. NRHM is called as National Rural Health Mission, National Rural Health Mission, both A and B, National Rural Housing Mission. The correct one is the option number A, which is the National Rural Health Mission. Question 61. Public health encompasses A. preventing diseases, B. promoting health, C. prolonging life, D. all of the above. The correct one is the option D, which is all of the above. Question 62. Which of the following class of antibody is associated with allergy? IgA, IgE, IgD and IgM. The correct answer is the option B, which is the IgE. Question 63. FSSAI is associated with food safety of India, food safety of Indonesia, food safety across the globe, food safety of Ireland. The correct one is the option A, which is the food safety of India. Going to the next question, the question number 64. NCDC is located at A. Mumbai, B. Delhi, C. Hyderabad, D. Chennai. The correct one is the option B, which is Delhi. 65. Which of the following is a major greenhouse gas? Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, CFC, chlorofluorocarbons, and nitrogen gas. Out of this, the correct one is the option B, which is the carbon dioxide. Question 66. Which of the following is the address of the ecosystem? A. Biotope, B. Biome, C. Niche, D. Biota. The correct one is the option C, niche. Question 67. Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitric iodide, PAN. The correct one is the option D, which is the PAN. PAN stands for peroxyl nitrates. These are emitted from the power plants or the internal combustion engine. They are produced from the secondary pollutants. Question 68. Crown is associated with teeth, brain, joint, eye. The correct option is the option A, which is the teeth. Question 69. Glaucoma is associated with A. teeth, B. ear, C. joint, D. eye. The option which is correct is the option D, eye. Question 70. A person following drinking alcohol lost his equilibrium. This may be attributed to effect of alcohol on A. cerebrum, B. cerebellum, C. pons, D. eye. The correct one is the option B, which is the cerebellum. Question 71. Most commonly used community drinking water sanitizer is A. CaOCl, Cl, CaCO3, NaHCO3, BaCO3. This one is calcium hypochlorite, bleaching powder. This is the calcium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, barium carbonate. And the correct option is the option A, which is the calcium hypochlorite, also commonly called bleaching powder. Question 72. Biosensors are classified as A. electrical nose, B. piezoelectric, C. both A and B, D. none of the above. The correct one is the option C, both A and B. Question 73. Vaccination of rabies is given as one shot, as divided shots, as pre and post bite prophylaxis. D option says both B and C. The correct one is the option D. It is given in divided shots and usually it is given after the bite, post bite, but in the veterinary doctors and the workers who are working close with the animal, it can be given before the bites also. Question 74. Polio is a dash disease. A. viral, B. bacterial, both A and B, C. protozoal. So polio, also called poliomyelitis, it is a viral disease. It has been eradicated from India. Question number 75. Tuberculosis management strategy which is followed by India is ART, MDT, chemoprophylaxis, DOTS. The correct option is the option D, DOTS, which stands for directly observed therapy under supervision. Question 76. ICMR headquarters is located at A. Bangalore, B. New Delhi, C. Chennai, D. Patna. The correct one is the B. New Delhi. Question 77. District D has a population of 18 lakh with an average 170 cases of TB occurring each year in a population of 1 lakh. How many new cases of TB do you expect in the district during a year? This question requires the calculation. So take out your pen and paper and calculate it. It comes out to be the option number B, which is 3060. I will give the explanation in the comments below. Question number 78. Carrots are good sources of A, vitamin A, B, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D. So this is a very simple question and the correct answer is the option A, vitamin A. Question 79. A pregnant lady should be supplemented with iron, B, folic acid, C, vitamin C, D, both A and B. The correct option is the D, both A and B. Question number 80. A balanced diet contains A, water, juices, salads, kebab, rice. B, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins. C, vitamin C. D, none of the above. The correct option is the option B, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins. Question 81. A cohort study dash a sample size of 500 participants showed good results. A resulted, B with, C about, D reflecting. So here the option D reflecting is the correct one. Question number 82. Bhopal gas tragedy was due to A, MIC, B, CH4, CO2 or CN. The correct one is the option A, MIC, methyl carbide. Question 83. Viruses are A, obligate intracellular, B, they need living cell to survive, C, prions, D, both A and B. The correct one is the option D, both A and B. Question 84. IUDs are used for A, contraception, B, ART, C, nutritional interventions, D, none of the above. The correct one is the option A, they are used for contraception. Question 85. Body mass index is also known as Lorentz formula, corpulence index, Cutlet's index, Broca's index. The correct one is the option C. It is known as Quetet's index. Question 86. Vitamin B12 is available in A, animal food, B, plant food, C, both A and B, D, none of the above. It is available in the animal food, so option A is correct. Question 87. Which of the following is a non-parametric test? A, ANOVA, B, chi-square, C, both A and B, D, t-test. The correct option is the option C, both A and B. Question 88. Student t-test is used to A, compare the mean, B, compare the median, C, both A and B, and D is test of significance. The correct option is option A, compare the mean. Question 89. Vidal test is used A, to identify AIDS, B, to identify diarrhea, C, to identify typhoid, D, to diagnose diabetes mellitus. The correct one is the C, to identify typhoid. Question 90. The term gene refers to DNA, RNA, protein, histone. The correct one is the A, DNA. Question 91. The physical character of an animal is called A, genotype, B, heterotype, C, phenotype, D, karyotype. The physical one is called phenotype, so option C is correct. Question number 92. Genetic information is carried by long chain of A, amino acids, B, polypeptides, C, nucleotides, D, RNA. The correct option is the C, nucleotides. 93. Chikungunya is A. Deficiency disease, B. Pathogenic disease, C. Congenital disease, D. Hereditary disease. The correct one is pathogenic disease. It is caused by a virus and spread due to the mosquito. Question 94. In an eukaryotic cell, translation occurs in A. Nucleus, B. Golgi bodies, C. Chromosomes, and D. Ribosome. So it is very simple question, and the correct answer is D. Ribosomes. Question 95. The enzyme that synthesizes ATP is A. Serine kinase, B. Tyrosine kinase, C. ATP synthase, D. ribozyme. The correct one is the option number C. ATP synthase. Question 96. Anopheles mosquitoes are the primary vectors of A. Dengue, B. Japanese encephalitis, C. Zika, and D. malaria. So the correct one is the option D. malaria. Question 97. Myopia is a disease of ears, eyes, lungs, or muscles. So the correct one is the option B. eyes. Question 98. Entomology is a science that deals with A. plants, B. insects, C. Entamoeba histolytica, D. parasites. The correct one is the option B. insects. Question 99. The most common cause of blindness in India is A. refractive errors, B. glaucoma, C. cataract, D. squint. The correct answer is C. cataract. Question number 100. The process by which a double-stranded DNA molecule is copied to produce two identical DNA molecules is called A. transcription, B. replication, C. translation, D. none of the above. The correct one is the option B. replication. So these were the questions of the question paper which was asked in 2019 for admission to the MSc Epidemiology and Public Health. Hope it will be useful for you. Best of luck for your preparation. Stay tuned and take care. Bye.